Okay. So today we will start with the cantilever method. Okay. Cantilever method. Cantilever method to analyze for approximate analysis of that is multi-story. Okay. Cantilever method for approximate analysis of multi-story frame. Okay. So we have two assumptions, just like in portal method. Here we have two assumptions. Okay. The first assumption is similar. That is, the point of contour flexure lies at the midpoint or midspan of all the columns and beams. Okay. So first assumptions we will here also, it's more accurate. First thing you will write, it is more accurate. So we will go on the assumption. First assumption is similar to portal method. That is, the point of contour flexure lies at the midspan. The point of contour flexure lies at the midpoint of all the columns and so কি আছে? The point of contour flexure lies at the midspan of all the columns and beams. Okay, just like similar to portal method. So we have point of contour flexure demarcated at the mid. That is, for columns it will be height by 2, h by 2, and for beams it will be L by 2. Okay, that is, the point of contour flexure lies at the midspan or midpoint of all the columns and beams. Second is very important. So whenever we are going for MCQs in your question paper, these assumptions, MCQs from the frames can be also variety, but ये दो जो assumptions है, the two assumptions from portal method, two assumptions for cantilever method, they are very important as MCQ questions. Okay. So what is, so first assumption is similar to portal method, वो हम लोग को पता है, ठीक है. Next is, just I will do the second assumption and so. So the second assumption is, write down the axial stresses. Write down. So before that, in portal method, if you remember, in portal method we did not use the concept of cross section area of the column. Did we use? No, we did not use the area. कहीं पे भी नहीं था. The cross section area of the columns here we are considering. Okay, so write down the axial stresses, the intensity. Write down very point, significantly write down the intensity of the axial stresses. The intensity of axial stresses. The intensity of the axial stresses in each column of a story. In each and every column of stories. Columns of respective story. The axial stresses. The intensity of the axial stresses in each and every column of respective stories is proportional to the horizontal distance. Is proportional to horizontal distance. Is proportional to the horizontal distance of the intensity of axial stresses on each and every columns of respective stories is proportional to horizontal distance of that column, from the center of gravity, of all the columns of that story, of all the columns of that specific story, specific floor or story that is under consideration, which is under consideration. Okay. So the intensity of the axial stresses in each and every columns of respective stories. पहले जो चीज है, the intensity of axial stresses of each and every columns, this is one part, is proportional to the horizontal distance of that column from the CG of all the columns. So this is the, let me show the diagram. So just let me show, I have a frame. Okay, I'm just representing it. Please take down. Okay, I have a frame like this. Okay, somewhere 3x3 frame. So 3x3 frame I have, and let us take this is A1, B1, C1, and D1. Okay, and the red line is the CG distance of all the columns. This is CG. Let this distance is A1, X2, X3, and this is X. So according to my assumption, I will write that the stresses, so sigma A1, so I'm just representing column, okay? The sigma A1, the stresses are proportional to their distance. Sigma A1 by X1, sigma B1 by X2 is equals to sigma C1 by X3 equals to sigma D1 by X. So these stresses, the stress in column A1, B1, C1 and D1, they are proportional to their distance. Sigma are proportional to the distance. So this is the assumption 2. First of all, I have to, that means in all the columns I have to know the area of the column and the axial forces. Axial forces. So axial stress of A divided by x1, axial stress of B divided by x2, axial stress of C divided by x3, axial stress of D1 divided by x. X1 means from here to here. From here to here. So this is the full-fledged actual or main assumption in cantilever method. So if I have, let me for area, I'm taking column A1. So let me take a small a, A1, small a, A2, A3, A4. And we will see that the axial forces, to the left of CG will be tensile, and axial forces to the right of CG will be compressive. So the axial forces in the column. So this is obviously, these are the intermediate columns. So V1 will be equal to what? Force by area. Okay, so sigma A1 will be V1 by A1. Sigma B1 will be V2 by A2. Sigma C1 will be V3 by A3. And sigma D1 will be V4 by. So this is the basic assumption of cantilever. So quickly please take this down. Take it down. So again I am telling you the intensity of the axial stresses in each and every column of respective stories. मतलब story 3 के लिए this column, story 2, story 1. So in every story I will check the intensity of the columns, okay, and that is proportional to the horizontal distance of that column. These x1, x2, x3, x4, they are the respective horizontal distances of each column with respect to CG. So basically I have to find out the CG of all the columns. So here I have 4 columns. So more or less my common sense tells that CG will be lying at the mid of this frame, 2 right, 2 left. Now if I have column of 3, for example, if I have frame of 3 columns, then you will see, you will observe that the CG is lying in one of the columns. Then we will see that the CG of the columns, the CG of the area of the column, mind it, CG of the area of the columns will lie at middle column. If you have taken this down, please note this thing, then you can